And so for those who have not joined us in past meetings, we do limit verbal communications to 30 minutes before we begin the rest of our hearing. If there are more speakers than is at 30 minutes, we will ask you to wait until the other hearing items have been heard, and then we will continue verbal communications at that time. Everyone will have 3 minutes to speak. And again, if you choose to speak, just provide your name to Ms. Neese. She will call each speaker one at a time until we get to 30 minutes, and then we will close, listen to other hearing matters, and then we will open verbal communications again. Okay, we're ready.
Brian Paul.
I'd like to address the entire community as well as the council. My name is Brian Paul. I'm the president of the Los Gatos Police Officers Association. I've been a police officer and detective in the town for the last 21 years. I want to inform the public of a public safety crisis caused by the systematic dismantling of the Los Gatos Montreal Police Department. Tonight, I'm focused on the collapse of the dispatch 911 center. The Los Gatos Police Department has 3 full-time dispatchers currently. This is a public crisis. So how did we get here? Dispatch center is budgeted for 8 full-time dispatchers and always been operated at 7 in order to save money. This is a planned operational cost savings by the town administration. According to page 33 of the town's 2019-2020 CAPR report, public safety expenditures added a favorable variance of $1.2 million and $839,000 savings, reflecting vacancies of police officers and dispatchers. That money went back into the general fund. This is not the first year that the surplus has occurred. It's been going on for at least the last 5, possibly 10 years. In July 2020, dispatcher number 7 of 8 resigned and moved out of state. 3 months later, October, 2 more dispatcher training started process. Both resigned, 1 in December, 1 in April. In December of 2020, dispatcher 6 of 8 retired after giving a year's notice. During the same time, dispatcher 5 of 8 takes leave, eventually resigns in 2021. We are now left with 4 dispatchers. All 4 dispatchers are working extreme hours overtime, solo time, and dispatch as well. In July or June 2021, we hire a couple of dispatcher trainees that are currently still in training, and our dispatchers given the additional task of training them, even though they're exhausted. In August, dispatcher Kelly Campbell has a conversation with her 4-year-old son. He says to her, "Mommy, I hate you. I never see you." This is disastrous for her. Also in 2020, dispatchers union went to impasse after receiving a 0% raise offer from the council. Our dispatchers are among the lowest paid in the county and would require a 9% raise to bring them up to median. The town has taken a position that COVID has caused a loss of revenue. However, the Congress is giving you $7.2 million in ARPA funds, and the additional financial forecast is better than originally appreciated. Adding to entry insult, town manager Preventi got a $12,500 raise in 2020 and a $5,000. Finally, August 31st, 2021, dispatcher Kelly Campbell resigned from her position. We are now at 3. All 3 remaining dispatchers are looking for outside employment. Today, September 7th, we take a vote.
Thank you, Officer Paul. And I have to remind the Officer Paul, I do have to ask you to, I'm sorry, Officer Paul, but I'm making sure that everyone has an opportunity to speak today, and that includes you. We're here all
I think it's unanimous, Mayor.
No, it's not.
Officer Paul, this is my meeting. I gave you 3 minutes, and I'm asking you to allow other people now to speak.
We do not allow time to be ceded to other people. Our policies of procedure. That is the town of Los Gatos' policy, and we're not waiving that policy. The speaker's time is over, and the next speaker can pick up from there.
This is cutting into verbal communication. We can sit here until 30 minutes is completed. I've asked you to remove that sign. We're calling a recess.
Meeting is adjourned.